This video contains subject matter that may be offensive and disturbing to some people. If you are the type to require a warning throughout a video or show, let this message serve as your warning. This channel discusses the harsh reality of true crime. If this warning is not sufficient for you, consider a different genre and unsubscribe from my channel immediately. Hello everybody, this is Grant Hughes. It's come to my attention that there is a YouTube video out there that has alert! The suspect on the bridge is a habitual spitter, and it's one of the most irresponsible videos I've ever seen, claiming that the bridge guy, for a lack of a better term, I like to call him Psycho Whack Job Killer, but it's irresponsible to claim that because when you watch the video, the claim is that during a certain moment his head turns to the side and spits. Well, here's the thing. The video is so grainy you can't tell if anybody's spitting at all. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, that he is spitting, just for the hell of it. Just say he did spit right there. How does it make him a habitual spitter? You have a 57 or 58 frame sample size. To claim that he's a habitual spitter based on that is absolutely ridiculous, okay? Now, it could turn out that he is a habitual spitter, but that would just be pure luck, and it's a little bit like what psychics do. They claim all kinds of different things over and over and over again. Various things here, say something over here, say something over there, and then, months later, when a case is solved, they can say, look, I said it over here! Okay, there is no way to tell that this person is even spitting, let alone being a habitual spitter. So it is so ludicrous to put a notion like that out there. A lot of people do it, though, because they have a suspect in mind. Like, for example, Garrett Kurtz was somebody that chewed tobacco, and he was somebody that was interesting. He actually is sort of an interesting person who has killed two different people. And he actually had been on Logan's property at some point, and we know that because he had a couple horses that we were able to determine were actually Ron Logan's horses, and he had them on his Facebook page because he filmed them. So he obviously was out there at some point. So he's an interesting person, but you don't need to invent information to sell your person. So now all of a sudden you can see that the guy on the bridge is spitting. All right, it's absolutely incredible. So let me play the video. I made this video, I don't know, a year or two ago, and it's the walk cycle, all the frames that were given to us, and I overlaid them onto a still background of the bridge. So if you see people in the background in some of the shots, they weren't there that day. That should be something that's really obvious to people when you're just looking at it overlaid, but amazingly, I get asked that all the time. All right, so here we go. We've got an overlay that I did where I stabilized the bridge, and that allows you to see the way he moves better. Okay, so it starts off where, as you can see, the overlay is square to the horizon, but the person on the screen isn't. So right after that, I actually rotate the overlay so that the person and the whole scene is where it makes it so that the suspect, the killer here, is perpendicular to the horizon. So watch, you'll see it at an angle, and then it's straight up and down.
Guys. Downhill. Guys.
Okay, so right there it's straight up and down, but right in here is where they claim the spit happened. So right here, he's got his head, he's looking like right there, and then right there, he spits. Ooh, he spit, and then he's walking straight again. So that makes him a habitual spitter, everybody. We don't even know if he's spitting at all. As a matter of fact, I would actually say that he's not spitting. Okay, that's my opinion. But it's so blurry and grainy that you can't make out any really strong details on his face or anything. Okay, so I don't know what it is. It's amazing how many people go, oh wow, this is something new. I can't wait to look for people who spit. You know, it's unbelievable. So here we go. And this shot right here, as I was saying a little bit ago, I believe Libby was standing a little bit more over to the left right there. So it was our experiments that we were doing. A friend of mine, Beth, and some other people, Bonnie, went out there and spent a day filming locations. I was on my cell phone since I live like 2,500 miles away, and we were just working through things. And while there, it was determined that Libby must have been standing off the end of the bridge, because if you can barely see it, but over in this area there's this little white nodule looking thing on the side of the bridge, and it's also in the shots of the suspect. Okay, so the thing is you can only see that if you're low and at the end of the bridge. When you stand up higher, it disappears because it's actually just damaged side railroad ties. It's not some weird thing sticking up over there. I've shown that on other videos. So let's play this video. See right there, that thing? That was something really distinctive that stood out in the bridge guy still frames and images that were released. Now in this video that they put out, they actually cropped out quite a bit of it, even more than the stills that they released. And at some points you can actually see, let's see if I go to this one, see right here, I just want to put this out there as an aside, right there, this darkness that comes in. Apparently that's part of Abby's shirt or clothing. Okay, it's not an artifact that somebody introduced into the video. See how it even comes in more? She's in front of the killer, and he ends up catching up to them, but she goes off the end of the bridge, Abby does, and gets behind Libby as this monster is coming towards them. Alright, so let's play it from here again. See, watching it at real speed is really the only way to do it, to determine if he's really turning his head. Whenever a video is pixelated and blurry, you can start claiming anything you want. That's why people say, look at right here, look at right here. Okay, because they want you to believe in what they're saying, and it makes it a hell of a lot more sensationalistic. Now, if you're somebody out there that actually recognizes the overall mannerisms of the person on the bridge, like he just looks familiar to you, and then the voice matches that, and it makes sense that it's in Indiana and maybe in the general area within 50 miles or so, then maybe, I would actually suggest that you call in to law enforcement and tell them if it makes sense to you. So the email is AbbyandLibbyTip@CACOSHRF.com. The tip line is 844-459-5786. The Indiana State Police, 800-382-7537. Or the Carroll County Sheriff's Office at 765-564-2413. All right, everybody? So hold your YouTubers to a higher standard. Make them prove to you something before they make a claim of fact. All right? And I think YouTube would be a better environment, especially in the true crime community. We don't want to have people that just make wild claims in the true crime community, because then it turns it into a circus and a sideshow. All right? So thank you guys very much for being here today. And as I always say, until next time, Be safe out there.